Hello, I'm Julia Donaldson. I've just been washing my hands for about the 100th time today. I hope you're all washing your hands a lot and keeping safe while you're indoors. Maybe you've been trying out some new recipes. I've been doing quite a lot of cooking. I've got all my recipe books over here. Oh, actually, this one isn't a recipe book, it's a story book. It's called The Cook and the King, and that's the one that Malcolm and I are going to be acting out for you today. It's got wonderful pictures by David Roberts, and it's a story about a very hungry king who just can't seem to find the right kind of cook. We'll be meeting David later on in the programme, but first we're going to my garden to see the story.
There once was a very hungry king who needed a cook like anything. So he tried out lots and lots of cooks with their pots and their pans and their cookery books. One by one they cooked for the king. They cooked and they cooked like anything. But nothing they cooked was good enough. Your egg is runny. Your meat is tough. Too hot. Too cold. Too sour. Too smelly. I don't want a sausage inside my jelly. This tastes all wrong, said the hungry king. And he frowned like anything. But then he spotted another cook with feet that shuffled and hands that shook.
My name, said the cook, is Wobbly Bob. I'm a bit of a wimp, but I'd love the job.
The king thought hard. Then he scratched his head. I fancy some fish and chips, he said. Yes, fish and chips is my favourite dish. But first, you will need to catch the fish.
Help, said the cook. I'm feeling scared. I'd love to fish if I only dared, but a shark might land in my fishing net, or I might get my nice new apron wet. My knees are knocking, the cook declared. I'm scared. I'm terribly scared.
I'll help you fish, said the hungry king. So he fished and he fished like anything. Then he caught 2 fish that were nice and big. And he said to the cook, it's time to dig.
Help, said the cook. I'm feeling scared. I'd love to dig if I only dared, but I'm scared of worms and I'm scared of ants. They might crawl into my nice new pants. My heart is thumping, the cook declared. I'm scared. I'm terribly scared.
I'll help you dig, said the hungry king. So he dug and he dug like anything. Then he said to the cook, as he licked his lips, chop these potatoes into chips.
Help, said the cook. I'm feeling scared. I'd love to chop if I only dared, but knives are sharp and I might get hurt. I might get blood in my nice new shirt. My palms are sweaty, the cook declared. I'm scared. I'm terribly scared.
I'll help you chop, said the hungry king. So he chopped and he chopped like anything. Oh, I found not done this since I was a boy. Oh. Then he said to the cook, who was standing by, out with a pan. It's time to fry.
Help, said the cook. Oh, I'm feeling scared. I'd love to fry if I only dared, but oil can splutter and spit and splat and drop my lad of my nice new hat. My teeth are rattling, the cook declared. I'm scared. I'm terribly scared.
I'll help you fry, said the hungry king. So, get this one all first. Oh, you go. He fried and he fried like anything. Then he set the table all nice and neat. And he said to the cook, it's time to eat.
Good, said the cook.
So, the two men shared. Fish for you, Wobbly. Fish for me. Taste for you. Oh, more for me because I am the king. Oh, let's try this, shall we? What great cooking, the king declared. What well chopped chips. And what well fried fish. All in all, a delicious dish. This tastes just right, said the full-up king. And he smiled like anything. Congratulations, Wobbly Bob. You may be a wimp, but you've got the job.
I hope you enjoyed that. It was quite fun acting it. I don't usually get to be Wobbly Bob. Well, now we've got a treat in store because David Roberts, he did the pictures for that book and for some others like The Troll and Tyrannosaurus Drip. He's going to be sharing some pictures with us.
Oh, hello, Julia. Hello, everyone. I was just in my kitchen making some sausage jelly. You know, it was so much fun drawing the characters in the book, The Cook and the King. I loved drawing the king with his flapping sleeves and Wobbly Bob with his wobbly arms. They were great characters to draw. Actually, I've been very lucky illustrator because Julia has written for me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books so far to illustrate. And one of the things I love to do is I love to think about the characters from some of the earlier books and hide them for you to find in some of the newer books like this one. Shall I show you what I mean? So it's great fun when I'm illustrating these books for Julia to think back about some of the characters from some of the other books that I've illustrated for Julia and see if I can hide them in the illustrations somewhere. So this character, now, he is one of the chefs, one of the cooks that auditions for the king. And he cooks for the king. But the king thinks, oh no, that's not right. Doesn't like it. I wonder why. So he's got a lovely bushy eyebrow. Look at that lovely bushy eyebrow. And he's got this little ear that sticks out like this. Does anybody recognize him yet? He's got a spotty nose. He's quite grumpy, so we'll put a little wobbly lip in. Bring that down, and we know that he's got sharp, pointy teeth. Well, you know that if you've read his story. So I will just draw in his arm. So he's got one arm reaching out like this. And he's holding something. So this is the plate, big plate that he's holding. There's his little hand. There's his other hand on the other side. Okay. I'll just quickly put in the rest of his body. He's wearing an apron, which is kind of just a simple square shape, really. It's tied in a bow at the back, and then I can put in the rest of him. There's his little bottom, 2 little legs sticking out. Now, one of the things about this character is that he likes to wear very nice shoes. Oh yes, there's his lovely shoes. I'll put some detail on that, some shoelaces. Just draw in the heel, and then it's a bit of ground for him to stand on. Okay, now what's the thing that he cooks? Well, he lives under a bridge. And his favourite thing to eat is goat stew. But no goats ever come trip-trapping over his bridge. So he only ever gets to eat fish. So that's what he's cooked for the king. A fish. Although this fish looks very much alive to me. Doesn't look like it's been cooked at all. There it is, jumping off the plate. We know that this character has lovely green fur. And he likes goat stew. Lives under a bridge. And he wears nice shoes. Does anybody recognise him? Just put a little bit of detail on his shoes and give him his nice yellow eyes, yellow teeth, and some rosy cheeks. That's it. It's the troll. And if you look closely in the book, this is the page where the king is auditioning all the different cooks to see who can cook him the best dinner. And there, hiding at the back, is the troll with a very angry looking fish. Well, thanks for dropping by to say hello. Hope you enjoyed the drawing of the troll. Had you already spotted him in the book, The Cook and the King? Well, it's back to the kitchen for me for some more sausage jelly. Bye.
Thank you, David, that was great. I hope you've all enjoyed the pictures and the story this week, and I hope you'll come back next week because we've got another story for you then. I don't know if you noticed the picture on the front of this shopping bag. It's Zog and the Flying Doctors. This is the story we're going to be telling you next week, and I think we're going to get Axel back to do some drawing for us as well. So see you then.